Tanzanians are counting down 17 days to go to D-Day. Will it be the ruling party's CCM's John Magufuli or the opposition candidate Edward Lowassa from Chadema who carries the day? Well, only time will tell, but one thing we do know so far is that neither of these two are resting on their laurels. Our political editor Ben Kitili is following that campaign, so let's join him for the very latest.
Sunday, October 11th, 2015, candidates for various political offices in the October 25th general election here in Tanzania have less than 14 days to campaign ahead of the 2015 general election. And the presidential race is as hot as ever. On Sunday, Edward Lowassa, who is the presidential candidate of the Chadema party, who is being supported by the Ukawa coalition, was in the Musoma region in the northern part of Tanzania, drumming up support for the Ukawa campaign team. Edward Lowassa and his Ukawa team are just coming from his home turf of Arusha region and Kilimanjaro, which has seen a flurry of campaign activity in the last 1 week or so. The CCM presidential candidate John Magufuli was also in Arusha and Kilimanjaro trying to woo voters there. And there is a tense battle looming, a parliamentary battle looming in the constituency of Monduli, which is Edward Lowassa's old constituency, which he represented in the Tanzanian parliament for years. And another former representative of that particular constituency, that is Monduli, is yet another former Prime Minister of Tanzania, the late Edward Sokoine. Now, Sokoine's daughter, namely Sokoine, is contesting for the parliamentary seat of Monduli on a CCM ticket after refusing to decamp to the Ukawa coalition. This has forced Lowassa to in turn support Julius Kalanga, who is the contestant for the Chadema party. Interesting battle there. Some pressure on Lowassa to deliver his old seat. On their part, Chama cha Mapinduzi, CCM, are now shifting their focus to the southeastern part of Tanzania. They are traveling today, that is Sunday, to Lindi province near the Tanzania border with Mozambique. The CCM candidate John Magufuli, however, did not campaign on Sunday. The team choosing to set aside that day, this day Sunday, to travel to Lindi province. However, other members of the campaign team for CCM did continue to campaign, including the running mate, that is Suluhu Samia, and of course also the Secretary General of CCM, Abdul Rahman Kinana, has begun a visit of 64 constituencies to try and drum up support for the party on the various levels, from the ward levels up to the parliamentary seats, and of course the presidential candidate John Magufuli. Retired President Benjamin Mkapa has also started a national tour of the Republic to try and drum up support for John Magufuli in the remaining 2 weeks of campaigns. The two main presidential candidates are focusing on the far-flung areas of this vast East African nation, with an aim to concentrating on the major cities and towns in the home stretch. In other news from the campaign trail, ACT Wazalendo Party presidential candidate Anna Mghwira's campaign has been halted momentarily after Mghwira, who is the only female candidate in the 2015 presidential race, was taken ill suddenly. This was announced by her running mate Yusuf Hamad, who also said that the campaign for the ACT Wazalendo team will continue across the Republic, and saying that they will put in place measures to make sure that their campaign is more effective, to use helicopters to make sure their candidates do not suffer from fatigue. Now the election draws near, the election managers, the National Elections Commission, NEC, will continue to get even busier, and NEC has reiterated that it will not allow political parties to scrutinize the vote tallying system that will be used in the October 25th general election. This is following intense pressure from the opposition parties, especially Chadema and the Ukawa coalition partners, who have been telling the NEC, the National Elections Commission, to allow them to scrutinize the system that will be used for vote tallying after Tanzanians cast their votes on the 25th of October.
Kupitia kwa wataalamu wa vyama vyetu vya Ukawa, tukauchambua huo mfumo. Je, uko unatoa matokeo halali au mfumo wenyewe unaiba kura?
So less than 2 weeks to go, campaigns here in Tanzania approaching fever pitch. The National Elections Commission under intense pressure, but it is all systems go as Tanzanians prepare to go to the ballot to elect their next set of leaders. Ben Kitili, KTN News, Dar es Salaam, Tanzania.